Hello. Hi. And you'll probably notice I didn't do the green screen today. And the reason for that is I was too lazy to set it up. Sorry about that. But I figured that there's not a lot that really goes on in this little corner down here anyway, so this won't be too bad. And if it is, then we'll just make sure that we always use the green screen in the future. But for right now, not feeling like it. Anyway. Hello. How was your Tuesday? We are currently about to prep a game of Dungeons and Dragons. And I think first thing I'm going to do is change that decal. I don't like that one. Let's go for something a little more. Personally, I really like this one. I really want to go do my own edit of it to move it over a little bit. I think we'll just do that one anyway. There we go. All right. And today, what are we prepping? We're going to be prepping another Keys from the Golden Vault, not a Wild Beyond the Witchlight. And because Steambeth will not be with us on this Friday, so we are doing a special one-shot stream of Keys from the Golden Vault with, thank you, Paulette, a special guest player who maybe will reveal. All right, I'll just tell you. It's Doug. The special guest, Doug Davison from Smiteworks. So definitely don't want to miss that this Friday. Anyway, what adventure are we prepping today? Well, I'm glad I asked. I'm thinking... I'm really thinking the Heart of Ashes. Exclusively because this picture is the coolest picture in the entire book. Look at that. So, I think we're just going to finally break down and do this adventure. Shh, Derek. I'm getting really excited for that, though. Anyway, let's move into it. Let's get the important things first, which is, I don't usually do this, but I'm going to save this page specifically because it's got the image of the key and the image of the adventure thing. I think we'll just save it on Shift 1. Actually, maybe we'll just save it. Nah, Shift 1 is fine. All right, next bit of relevant info we need is this one with all the Golden Vault stuff. So we get the adventure background. Got all that. Got your mission should you choose to accept it. Yeah, this quest, should you choose to undertake it, they knew what they were writing. And then obviously we'll need this one for our little map. I wonder how this map would look. All right, I can't see the vignette actually doing anything. I want to make sure that the text is still readable. It looks good. Now, I don't know about everybody else, but I think that actually looks better. So there we go. Once again, as always, I know I keep bringing this up, but really make use of your image effects. You can really add a lot with just, whoops, that was visible to GM only, a short amount of effort. We could even, if we really wanted to really differentiate this, we could mask it and then like mask all of it. Whoa. Why does that look completely different? Never mind. We're not going to do that. I don't know why with a mask it looked completely different. Yeah, okay, never mind. We'll just leave it like that. I was going to mask out the outside bits so that stayed white, but whatever. Yeah, just a couple of little clicks, and now we've got a nice parchment map. And if we didn't want it to be parchment, we could, I don't know, make it night vision. If we're maybe, I don't know, playing Fallout. I honestly, this right here, perfect. This effect, perfect for Fallout 2D20. Makes it look just like a Pip-Boy map. Oops, I meant parchment. Perfect. And Ashes planning the heist. I've got that down there. I did actually. Oh, why is my screen flickering? It doesn't happen always, but I actually did read through this whole adventure, which is what you're supposed to do. So I'm gonna give myself a round of applause for doing the barest minimum. I do want to. We will probably spend some time looking for good sound stuff because there isn't a Syrinscape soundscape for this, or sound set for this adventure currently. But I really want something. Let's restart that. Okay. Although I guess I probably could make do by just using Death House. I bet that would be pretty close. All right, one thing I will do is because this is where I like to keep my images. So what I definitely recommend doing is doing a quick click through of everything like that. And now, if I open up any page, it'll stay right there. I wonder if that's just because of the overlay I'm using. All right, we got some guards. We're gonna need to give them tokens because I don't like having letters on my maps. But and maybe we'll spruce up some of them a little bit. Although I think they are already spruced up. Where does it say it? Is it in here? Hold on. It says it somewhere what they did to ashen creatures. Many of the creatures that haunt Galasine and guard Castle Sinis are ashen effigies of their former selves. These ashen creatures used in normal statistics, except they are lawful evil elementals, have immunity to fire damage. When they drop to 0 hit points, they turn into a cloud of ash. Damage immunities. Fire. Okay, good. They're kind of like ash zombies. For I'm thinking specifically from Morrowind. That's a cool owl person. Do I use this? Or do we just take a veteran? We'll do the Ash Zombies token. I think it's a little more accurate anyway. There we go. We'll probably need to add that to a few more. Right, and we're gonna want the Castle Sinis locations. In fact, we will just pin that to the back. Yeah, we got all those pins down. I wonder, should I go through and add the pins to the player's like heist map? I guess probably not. It doesn't really matter as much. I'll let them just keep that for marking. Yeah, and hey Evo, it's good to see you. I will say this map from this adventure is really nice looking. They did good. All right, we got the entry hall. We just got Crimson Armor, which is, I assume it's like an animated armor. It's a helmed horror. Blade of Fireball, immune to Burning Hands, Fireball, Scorching Ray. It's a lot of no fire. No, don't worry about being late. Just come and hang out. All right, let's actually drop these and see where they go. Okay, so it's part of those like statues over there. Good to know. Actually, just delete all of those. Right, we'll move on. And these are, yep, DM layers. Ooh, what is this, whoops, grayscale for? Where's that at? Oh. Let's blur that. I prefer my effects blurred out a little bit. You can really like see the difference. Interesting. Interesting. That actually makes the map cooler. Oh, it's a blurred out and then a time of day. We turn them both out. That's what just the map looks like. That's cool. That's cool. Zach did a good job. All right, we got a hallway, which is more of those guards, which means we need that token back. We'll see where they go just so that I get kind of an idea. All right. Make sure I'm back in play mode. We got a dining hall with nothing in it. Got a kitchen with some hellhounds. They've at least got their thing. All the food tastes like ash. Nice touch. If the creatures stay out of the kitchen, leave the hounds alone. The hounds ignore them. Okay. They're eating the charred corpses of the cook and the dishwasher. That's sad. That's sad. They were just there doing their job. Just there doing their job. All right. At the library, yeah, library's a secret door is hidden in the east wall behind a bookshelf, and any character who searches the wall finds it. Automatically, the secret door can be pulled to reveal a part of a stone bridge that used to connect to the main tower. The bridge ends abruptly after 5 feet, as the tower has since risen 20 feet in the air. It's now the same level as the castle's second floor. Right. Okay, so that's like a useless secret door. I guess that's why they find it automatically. There's no reason for a check if it's useless. All right. Through the hole in the north wall, they can see area S15 and 16 through 17. Oh, right, because this part's still connected. These are all the floating structures. Okay. Both structures used to be attached to the gallery's north wall, but they have drifted outwards 10 feet as well as upwards. Referring back to the picture. Because everything's being sucked up into the void. And inside the gallery, there are 6 charcoal figurines, which can be used to damage the bad guy. Severely damage the bad guy. The staircase. More of those. We get more of those veteran dudes. I always forget to unlock when I'm editing. And once again, let's just check where they're going. Just so that why is that one way over there? Oh, I guess this is all part of S8. Alright, upper hallway. The guards stand outside the area. Wide hallway. Not much. What we are going to do here in a little bit is add some wavy, warpy void to the edges of that. To make what already looks really cool even cooler. S9 is the parlor. That's right. There is a drow turned into an air elemental or smoke method in the fireplace. That's kind of silly. And he just gives information. Delivered a flame's tongue longsword to the king, who gave it to Nevaeus, who is the kind of the quest giver. Nevaeus' bedroom. As a pillar of flame. That's great. Okay. Rachine's bedroom, which has been incinerated. And Charamaine. Her bedroom. 2 elementals, air elementals. I guess they're smoke elementals, technically. They got anything special? Multi-attack, slam, whirlwind. That sounds fun. And then there is a fairy tale book. Okay. Oh, I'm really glad that so far every adventure in Keys from the Golden Vault has included a toilet. It's very important to a good stealth game to have a toilet. And the Royal Gallery. Glass on tables, yes. The gallery's filled with objects. stationed in area S8. Investigate any loud noises here. +1 battle axe. Nice. All right, now the real question is how... I got a 19. I saved. I got a 1. With nothing but ground below, the courier need magic or climbing gear to reach it. Most of the rooms. Yeah, how are they? I guess like they're just not expected to reach it. I mean, like they're not expected to reach it in a. They're supposed to reach it. I phrased that wrong. They're not supposed to reach it in a specific way. I guess it's kind of a sandboxy. Figure out how to get up there, which means the whole session is going to be spent on just talking about how to get up there. The King's Armory as well. 40 feet in the air, which is even higher. So that's the tallest one yet. Need magic or climbing gear to reach it. Okay. Well, hopefully one of them takes fly. "10 feet from the window of area S11. Okay, so it's 10 feet from this window. So I guess they could jump that, probably. Like in the picture. Another cool picture. This adventure's got all the coolest pictures. And this is where the mage is. We're going to need to get her an image. Is a CR10 wizard. Oh, we've got our stat block. Okay, it's just weird. Maybe the old grappling hook? Yeah, the old grappling hook's always a good idea. We'll see. I mean, like, that's all going to be up to the players not being dumb and taking things that will be useful. Whoa! She can take 3 reactions per round, but only 1 per turn. That is, okay. I mean, cool idea for, what is it called? Cool idea for a boss. I never really thought. I guess it's not too much from legendary actions, I suppose. Is basically, I guess have they renamed legendary actions to reactions? Is that what's happened? Let's add order to the combat tracker because I want to make sure. Okay, her spells do appear. Eshin Burst is a melee spell attack. One target. Or a ranged spell attack. Interesting. Funny that they've basically... I've noticed that multi-attack on some of these newer enemies, they've basically given them Pathfinder's 3-action economy. Because they'll say, like, can make 3 attacks with their main attack, or replace it with the use of spell... one of those attacks with the use of spell casting. So she can attack, spell, attack, or any combination of that. Let me double check. What is the level range of this adventure so I know what to tell them? It's high, isn't it? It's got to be like level 10. Level 8? All right. All right. Well, there's only 3 of them. I might make them make level 9s. So far, every single encounter has been like challenge rating 10 or higher. Now we'll make 8s. Whatever. If they die, they die. Who cares? Hey, Dantiz, by the way, I didn't say it, but hello, how are you? All right. She's pretty cool, but we got to get her a token. Let's first look up warlocks. That one's pretty cool. We could do that. Let's keep looking. Mage. All right, we got red wizards. Probably don't want to do that. Could use this lady from Strixhaven. Well, just in case. We'll add that one, but we'll keep looking. Wizard? Ew. That's just creepy. That's spooky. Okay. We're gonna click away from that. Wizard. Elminster. Alright, nothing really great there. I just spell sorcerer. Yeah, close enough. All right, yeah, we'll leave it with that one. We'll leave it with that image of her. And while I'm at it, let's just fully change her token. All right, that's going to be brutal, though. King's Armory, we already went over that. And then the final thing that we're going to look at is the king himself. So we know what he does. Damage immunities. practically everything that isn't okay. So it's immunity to non-magical attacks or adamantine. Condition immunity: charmed, exhaustion, frightened, paralyzed, petrified, and poisoned. Dark vision and passive perception. Can't speak. Regains hits. Regains HP for fire damage dealt. Always fun. Okay, he's actually not. Okay, he can cast haste on himself and he's got slam. He's really not too bad, although that damage will stack up. Oh, and it reduces. Oh, it works like undead. It reduces your hit point maximum too. Okay, cool. Or what is that? Shadow? No, Shadow Sap Strength. Alright, that's nasty. Oh, we got a cool picture of him. One minute after the heart dies and the void collapses. Okay, that's just if the castle. If they kill the king's heart, which is hidden under a floorboard. Does it say how they can find it? Within 5 feet of the heart. Right, but it doesn't say exactly where to place the heart, so I guess I can put it wherever I want. Does 4d10 necrotic damage, though. Let's see if I have an image for a heart, just to have. That'll work. All right, that is basically like all of the important bits of the adventure, except for the ending where there's an optional encounter if it's too easy, where they'll get pursued by Ashen Knights. Let's get some night images. Anyone? Oh my god, 70 necrotic damage. Wow. If you enter the void. Don't enter the void. And then it's just the rules on if you deliver the heart still beating or if you kill it. If the heart is still beating, the sorcerer dies, the void collapses, the city is restored. Basically everything good happens. Everything goes back to normal. What are more of the following rewards? Necklace of Fireballs. Longsword of Flame Tongue. Updates to NPCs don't retroactively update the encounter. No. And if we updates to... in fact, I'll show you the 3 different versions of that. So if we have an encounter open, we'll have the NPC open, and we'll have the combat tracker open. I can, in the combat tracker, swap the token. And that doesn't change the encounter or the NPC. All of those stay the same. Just like I'll need to unlock it, duh. I can update the NPC in here, and it doesn't update the encounter or the combat tracker. However, if we close that down, if we delete this, if we delete all of these, I guess I could just do it right there, out of the combat tracker, and we update the encounter, and then add said encounter to combat tracker, it will use that token inside of the encounter, not... Oh. Just to make it super, super clear. Not the one on the NPC. But no, you would need to update the encounter. And the reason for that is because A, you can update the names of things. So if let's go and make a new encounter for this to show this. I forgot what the encounter image looks like. Oh no. It's the swords. Yep. If we open up an encounter, and we'll just make a new one. A new encounter. The reason for this is... let's say we add, like you said, goblins. So we add the goblin from the monster manual. Actually, let's... because you can't edit the monster manual... Let's duplicate the goblin from the monster manual and make our own goblin that we can edit. Let's add that in. And let's add in another one, but he's different. Now, these both link back to the same NPC, but we can, A, name them differently, Bob and Jim, but they're still just goblin NPCs. So you don't need to have a whole bunch of unique NPCs. And we can make them look different too. Maybe Jim looks like this. Now it's still just two of the exact same goblins, but when we add this encounter to the combat tracker, we'll have Bob with this icon and Jim with this one. And then, this is the part that I think is cool. If we open up this NPC, there is now basically a temporary new NPC that has the new information. You can see it's got the new token and the new name. But we can delete those out. And we're still just back to having a goblin for each one. So I hope that kind of explains why it, because I understand that it is confusing if you don't know that's how it works or why it works that way. I do understand that, but that is the reason. Oh, my eye's bothering me. Okay. Yeah, feel free to ask questions at any time. We are running out of time today, but what we are going to do is we're going to make this, we're going to mask that. We're going to make this areas, all of these like void destroyed areas. We're going to make them kind of more void-y. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come around here. We're just going to mask all this out. And if you've been watching how I build stuff for a bit, you'll know exactly what I'm doing. I've added a water effects layer. We increase the blur on that, and now we're just gonna play with the sliders until it looks kind of weird. Let me write that. That intensity might be too high. I might want it a little more subtle than that. Maybe like, yeah. And once again, obviously that's not water, but we're using the water effects to create this kind of void effect. To give your maps that extra little bit of flair without, we're going to go around the text though, without actually needing animated maps. Because your players aren't going to know the difference. We're just going to go right to there on this one. But we'll take it under that. And then we'll continue that all the way around. And we'll get some of that too. And then down here. Oh no, I did that one already. All right, and then the only other thing that like I would add, but I think we're at, I recommend only 3 effects layers. We might be able to get away with 1 more. But stuff starts to get weird if you add too many. And I might do some clouds that are just the cloud. And then the same thing, mask. And we will actually, with this one, we might go a little bit into the room. Like that. Speed's a little high. We'll do some right there. Now there's like a, oh, I said we were going to go into the room on these. And I think that's probably the way to go. Recook, thank you for the follow. Now there's, as you can see, there's like this smoky cloud out there. We might even turn it down a little bit because it's a little dark in some spots. That will drift through and add extra details. We can put the smoky cloud under the water, I believe, and even under the grayscale if we wanted. Yeah. Like that. Now if we turn on the player vision, when they get to like the locations like this, it's gonna look a lot cooler. Well, I'm sitting here. I'm gonna go change my dice. Yeah, I think that's the one I want. There we go. And that is pretty much the adventure. And while we're still here, this is pretty much the end of the stream. I've got everything kind of laid out where I need it. Fairly familiar with the adventure now, and I've got some fun map stuff set up. But right now, if anybody's got any questions before we close down the stream, now is the perfect time to do that. If you want to come see me run this adventure, that'll be this Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern time, right here, wherever you're watching this, whatever channel you're watching this on, it'll be right here. We will have a special guest, which is Doug Davison from Smiteworks, the CEO of Smiteworks. So, you all know Doug. Oh my god, there's 2 toilets in this adventure. That makes this adventure twice as good as all the others in this book. But yeah, if you got any questions, feel free to ask. Beyond that, come back on Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern time for Spelljammer. That is a game that I am actually a player in. I don't get to do that very often, so come back for our Spelljammer campaign. And then on Friday for Fantasy Grounds Fridays at 2 p.m. And is there a separate player map? There is not a separate player map. This is the player map. Thank you for asking. I'm glad you brought that up so I can mention this again. All of this text isn't there. So the way that, and it's the way that WotC is sending us the files now, instead of having a player version and a DM version like they used to do, we do just one map of the whatever dungeon, whatever layout it is, and then there's a DM layer that goes on over the top. You can set it right now. This is visible only to me. If a player joins in, they won't see this. That has all of the notes and tags on it. If you don't like that, you can just turn it off completely. And now this is essentially the same thing as a player map. I believe all of the maps in Keys from the Golden Vault are that way. And one or two of them from, what is it called? One or two of them from Dragonlance are also that way. Yeah, here's the museum one, which is a massive, massive map. But it's the same way. You see it's got all the tags, but if we turn that off, no more tags. All right. Well, then I think it's time. Did I give all of the plugs? Come back on Thursday at 6 p.m. Sorry, 7 p.m. for Spelljammer. Come back on Friday for, what is it called? For my show, Fantasy Grounds Fridays. And 8 p.m. for Fabled Dice. Both of those are on Friday. Fabled Dice will be this adventure that we just prepped. So you can come and watch how it goes. Watch Doug run through this with the rest of the Fabled Dice crew. Looks like we are rating Fantasy Grounds Academy. And yes, of course, Josh, map and image creation on Saturday, 3 p.m. Do not miss that. Very fun. Love watching him create maps. All right. Looks like we're rating Fantasy Grounds Academy. So we'll see you over there. Let's go say hello to the FGA. We don't get to raid them very often. This is exciting. This is exciting. Let's go.